Dear students, in the video series 2.5, I have been discussing with security scenario. In that mainly we discussed when the software architecture is built, the unauthorized user should not use it. It should be provided to the only legitimate users, and the software is built in such a way that it should not be prone to different attacks like viruses, holding of a software for access, like this different types of attacks it should be get rid of. This is we have discussed in the security scenario. In today's video we will continue with the testability scenario. Software testability means the ease with which software can be made to demonstrate its faults through testing. When any software is built and before launching it to the market or deploying for usage, it has to be tested for its faults. Even though with high precaution, with systematic design plans, the software is built, then also sometimes the faults may occur, error may exist. So in order to get rid of such faults, the testing is a major thing. That is software testability in architectural style. It mainly refers to the ease with which software can be made to demonstrate its faults. Particularly, specifically, testability refers to the probability, assuming that the software has at least one fault, that it will be failed on its next test execution. That is, software architecture is a structure of structures, and all structures, all models together intended to perform a particular task. If any one model fail to perform its task, it affects the dependent models. So in order to get rid of this, we need to process the test execution in series, one after the other. If one test fails, again we need to alter the software, we make it a fault free and carry out the next test. In the next test it should be failure, that is again we need to carry out the next test until and unless we get a successful result. So testing is done by various developers. These are the people who does testing in a software industry: developers, testers, verifiers or users, and is the last step of various parts of the software life cycle. After designing, implementation, coding, deploying, this testing is the last phase in the software life cycle. What is the first phase? Designing is the first phase. After that, implementation, coding, requirement analysis, like this. The first phase should be initial phase should be a requirement analysis, next design, like this. Many phases the software life cycle will go through, and this testing will be the last phase. And portions of the code, the design or complete system may be tested. In some cases we will test the entire code, or in some cases we may prone to test the part of the code, that is portions of the code, so that it should not consume much time in order to carry out all the test for the entire code. And in this picture you can see here a source, the stimulus is a unit tester, and when we enter into the condition, source may be a person, or it may be some object, or it may be a actuator. Here source is a unit tester. Unit tester may be a developer, or sometimes may be a tester, or sometimes may be a verifier, sometimes the unit tester may be a user. In this scenario, the unit tester is a person who is entering into the environment. When the particular object enter into the environment, such a condition it is called as a stimulus. And here what happens, the performance unit test will be done. In this unit test, if it is successful, then the further test will be not carried out. If it is a failure with some faults, then again and again we need to check the test, we need to carry out the test in order to get rid of the faults, so that the software can achieve its performance for the what purpose it has to be built. And next is the artifact. we can say it is a component of the system. It is some part of the system that is going to be tested. And environment means at the completion of the component, when the component is carried out with a test, and this environment it is called as a what? At the completion of the component. And the last phase is always a response in the architecture style. What is the response? Whether the test is successful, whether it is providing a 100% result or only 50%, 85 like this. Many measures will be taken care here. That is, response is component has interface for controlling the behavior and output of the component is observable. Because what we are inputting for the testing, we need to check out the output of this. That is observable component here. And response measure will be measured in the form of graphs, in the form of bar charts, in the some that is algorithms, response calculating algorithms. And how do you calculate this? In the case of unit tester, path coverage of 85% is achieved within 3 hours. That is, suppose the program is written to test 100 models at a time. If it is testing 100 models, then how much time it takes to test those 100 models? Here in this case, it is 3 hours. In some other cases, depending on the style and the design of the architecture, it may take less than 3 hours or more than 3 hours. This is a testability scenario, and we will discuss each of these parts one by one. The first one is source of stimulus. Here, the testing is performed by unit testers, the integration testers, system testers, or a client. Because the client is a person, one who is using that. A test of design may be performed by other developers or by an external group. In this example, the testing is performed by a tester. Okay. There are different kinds of testing will be there in a software testing. Unit testing is there, integration testing is there, black box testing is there, like this system testing will be there, like this many testings will be there, and depending on the specification, the test will be carried out by particular person. And next is stimulus. The stimulus for the testing is that a milestone in the development process is met. This might be a completion of an analysis or a design increment, the completion of a coding, increment as a class, the completed integration of a subsystem, or the completion of the whole system. In this example, the testing is triggered by completion of a unit code. That is, in this particular example, the testing will be triggered by what? Completion of a unit code. Apart from this, many cases are there. That is analysis and design increment. Okay, the completion of coding increment, such as a class. We need to add some class. After adding a class, what is the performance of a particular model that can be tested, and completed integration of a subsystem. Suppose there are two systems, A and B. Imagine A is a main system and B is a subsystem. Whether they are integrally performing their task or not, and the completion of the whole system. Like this, many cases we can study. And artifact means a design piece of code, the code on which we are actually studying. Or you can say the part of the software architecture on which we are performing some functionality or some operation. A design piece of code or a whole system is the artifact being tested. In this example, unit of code is to be tested. Environment means the test can happen at design time, at a development time, at compile time, or at a deployment time. In this previous example, this is at a development time. This is at a development time. Environment means there are different types of environments. Here, you design time will be the one environment, and development time will be the one environment, compile time will be the one environment, okay, and deployment time is the one environment. In brief, I will discuss one analogy for this. Is analogy for what is a design time. Suppose, imagine I want to design one car. First I will decide what should be the design of car, whether it is a hatchback or it is a normal system. Like this, first I will design, this is a design, and next is development. Once I make a decision of design, then I will start implementing this. This is development time. This is a development time. After that, integration time, whether it is that is compile time, and the last one is a deployment time. Compile time means that is these wheels are different, these are the different parts, and engine is a different part, and that is storage of wheel is different parts. All thing I will install and compile this. Compiling means make them to execute, compile this, and deployment means make this car available to use. I will sell to some person, or else I will start using for myself. That is usage. Deployment in general, we can call it as a usage time. Okay, these are the different environments that occur in a software architecture. Next is a response. Since testability is related to observability and controllability, and a desired response is that the system can be controlled to perform the desired test, and that the response to each test can be observed. In this example, the unit can be controlled and its response captured. Next is a response measure. How do we measure the response? That is, response measures are the percentage of the statements that have been executed in some test, the length of the longest test chain, the measure of the difficulty of performing the test, okay, the estimates of the probability of finding the additional faults. In brief, in general, in many cases, let's say it is a response measure is the length of the longest chain. In previous example, the response measure is the measurement percentage coverage of executed statements. This is what testability scenario. Next comes usability scenario. Usability is concerned with how easy it is for user to accomplish a desired task, and the kind of user support the system provides. How the system supports the users, and how the system accomplish the desired task of a user. And it can be classified as the following areas. That is learning system features, using the system efficiency, minimizing the impact of errors, and adapting the system to user needs, increasing confidence and satisfaction. I will discuss in detail these things in the next video. I will stop this here.